Getting out of your own way. Fucking so many people talk about this. What the hell does this mean? I have no idea what this means, right? You're thinking, get out of your own way. Like, what does that even mean? I'm not blocking myself. I'm doing everything I can. I'm working hard. I'm reading all the books. I'm trying to get everything going. Nothing is working. Why am I not success? People with less talent, less effort, people are partying and doing all this. I'm sacrificing everything in my life and I'm still not a success. What's going on? What am I doing wrong? You're like begging God and the universe what the hell you're doing wrong. I'm gonna give you the answers. So this is something I really struggled with, and this broke my mind. Like, it fucked with me so much, and it's still fucking with me right now. It still is. So that's why I'm making this video, because I'm reading a book right now called Release Your Brakes by Jim Newman, and it's a book about literally how if a car you drive with like a handbrake on, no matter how fast you hit, like how much you hit the gas pedal, you're gonna get stuck, right? The car's not gonna move, and as soon as you release the handbrakes, you're gonna be like, oh, aha, the aha moment. Like, the handbrake was the reason, and then the car starts working. And it doesn't matter if you're driving a Lamborghini or like a Ferrari or a Range Rover or like a Toyota Corolla. If the handbrake is on, the car's not gonna go, no matter how powerful the engine, how good the tire. And that's actually what's happening in your life, and that's what this book talks about. And I have read many books about this kind of stuff. I'm going to explain all of that today. I'm quite smart, I'm quite hardworking, I make a lot of sacrifices. It's been a long time on my journey. Why is nothing working out? Why am I not making it rain? Why am I not pouring money, And like, why the fuck is things not working? And this shit was fucking with me so much that it was torturing my soul. I'm seeing all the people on YouTube with Lambos and Rolls Royces and fucking hoes in the club and all this shit. And I'm just like, I don't even want these things. I just want to get going. Like, I just want my business to work. Like, why am I being tested so hard? Like, am I like singled out by God? And just like, he's like, and the thing is, I'm like, everything is working out. I'm having all these great spiritual wins, so it's not like God hates me. I know He's got my back. I know the universe is conspiring for me. Everything is working out. In like, I'm having these amazing wins, but the money is not coming. Where the fuck is the money? So I just kept doing these things, and like, in the past year I kept struggling with financial stuff, because I'm running an agency. I'm doing all these gigs to promote, and I have all these skills. I can run ads, I can do graphic design, I can make content, I can make Shopify sites, Wix sites, I can do like all sorts of different shit, right? And still I'm not able to make the money, because I'm not in the correct business model, or like, I'm not able to do my thing, and I'm not able to do it right. And it's like, I can feel that the universe and God is just like slowly guiding me back there after losing everything. It takes a long time to not just like logistically and technically get your shit together, but emotionally. It it takes a long time. I remember seeing Patrick David say it took him 3 years after losing everything. And I'm also feeling that. Like, when I lost everything, I was like, okay, 3 year timeline kind of in my head. And it's literally been like that for some reason. Maybe I should have set it at 2 years and it would have worked out. But anyway, I'm saying this because all the things in your life that you go through, that journey, it teaches you these lessons. And the biggest lesson that I've had to learn, and the one I'm learning right now, which is why I'm documenting this, is that the only reason my life has not taken off is because I have not allowed myself to take off. I haven't believed in my mind that I deserve to be a millionaire. I don't that my life should take off. Like, I'm holding myself back because of some fear of success. Like, what if the money starts coming in and I start losing it? Or what if the money starts coming in and people like that are friends don't like me anymore? Or what if there's so many responsibilities? What if I don't get the right help? All these kind of programming that we have in our mind and our emotional patterns, this comes from childhood, adulthood, teenage years. Maybe some of it is genetic, all these things. But these are what you call like your emotional handbrakes and your negative patterns, right? And these things have to be rewired. And I've been like watching YouTube videos, and I saw this guy called Peter Kell, and he spoke about like how he read the book Conversations with God, and that was the last book he read before his life took off. And I had like a big like a learning season a month ago, and I had all these bad things happen and like issues happen. And then I had to cut a lot of people and make a lot of changes. And then as soon as I did things right, I felt like I leveled up. And right after that, I opened the YouTube channel and these things happened. And so many like a breakthrough happened, right? Like attack, breakthrough, blessings. But it's still like emotional and like spiritual and it's setting things up. But where's the money, And I already have read Conversations with God. And there's another book he spoke about, which was Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. And I read that too. And I recommend both of these books, fantastic books. And it talks about how your thoughts and emotions, actions, and all these things create your reality. And I'm just like thinking, what the fuck, bro? Like, I read these books, still I'm not taking off, still it's not taking off. What am I doing wrong? And I'm like asking God in the universe, I'm like, dude, just fucking work with me. Like, I'm doing so much. Just please, just give me some answers. And I started reading this book yesterday and I'm zooming through it because I want the fucking answers. And obviously, it's because I'm procrastinating or I have these emotional handbrakes. I've realized that I have so many skills and I have so much experience that any one of the skills that I have today, for example, like running Facebook ads, I could literally sell that service again and again and build an agency. But that's not the business model I want, and that's not the thing I want to do, so I'm not going to do it, right? And I can say that about every single skill. And there are multi millionaires doing that, just selling that one skill till they get 10 clients, 100 clients, and all these things. But I want to build Daylusion. I want to build my clothing brand, and that takes you need cash and you need like to run ads and all these things, which I don't have in abundance right now. And I can't like juggle the other agency and this, so I'm feeling like overwhelmed. And I'm like, what the fuck, God, you told me to do this content thing, you all this planning things, you're telling me, I'm doing it, but the money's not there, and I'm fucking worried and I'm stressed and all these things. And like the thing is, I'm stagnant, I feel, even though I'm growing. And I feel like my life is evolving in spiritual stuff, and like, or just like these not superficial, like these, I don't know how to say it other than they're wins, they're amazing wins, and they add to my character and my story, and people respect it. But it's not money. I want financial wins. That's the only win I care about at this point, right? So I'm reading this book because I want to blow myself like into the stratosphere of money. The money gods look upon me. I'm worthy, like that kind of stuff. Uh, I'm putting this here because this is my current struggle. This is my current position, and I learned, I think, a year ago. So my struggles brought me to this lesson because a year ago I was really in a bad spot. Like really, like I needed like 5,000 rupees to just eat food, and I'm like, I'm not gonna ask my dad. Okay, I'm not gonna talk to my mom and ask her. I'm not gonna ask any friends. I'm not gonna ask anybody. There is nobody to ask. I don't have a job. I'm not gonna get a job in time. I need to pay rent. I need to eat food. My rent, okay, this thing. I just need 5K, and I'm just like, what the fuck do I do? And I'm like panicked and just fear and worried and all these things. And still, I wouldn't pick up the phone and like just dial and make a cold call or something. Then I was just like, fuck it. Like the Bible verse, like, ask and you shall receive, knock and you seek and you will find, knock and the door will be opened unto you. I just started calling, and I started cold calling like businesses. And I just, on the second or 10th call or something, like on that day, I ended up calling like a big business, quite a large business, and I got the decision maker directly. And he saw this thing, and I pitched him an offer for like 5K, 5.5K, exactly the amount I needed. And it was like a simple content creation basic service. And he answered, and he was like, oh, this is great. And for this price, yeah, sure. Boom, transfer done. And I was just like, what? Like, it just like crazy. But I was so desperate. I needed it. I fucking needed it. And it came. And then there was another time when just like this, I needed money. And I was just thinking, I'm like, this manifestation thing, this like thoughts and belief and all these things are working. There's something to it. Because I was busting my balls for years, like 18-hour days, just coffee, cigarette, work, no friends, no girlfriend, no family time, nothing, just a maniac. And nothing still worked out. So I'm like, okay, I've been in that extreme, that ain't it. But this extreme, I'm seeing things like, just I can literally like just thoughts and stuff like this, believing that I have it, that energy resonating, that energy, this that I have it, it's coming to me. And like suddenly, like my dad and my mom will be like, hey, there's this 1 lakh thing that's supposed to come through for you, like and I'm like, huh? And then like this client randomly like refers back like, uh, hey, we forgot to give you a referral, you were so good to us, let me give you a referral for 30,000, the exact amount that I was trying to manifest. So then I'm like, what the fuck? Okay, hard work isn't the answer, it's manifestation. It's only manifestation. So then now I'm like, I'll just sit full day, do nothing, do jack shit, and I'm like, like I'll just sit and I'll manifest everything, right? And obviously that's not the answer either. It's not 100% manifestation and it's not 100% hard work, right? It's a bit of both. There is that balance. Like the fundamental law of the universe is balance, and both extremes are not the answer. You have to stay in the middle. But staying in the middle doesn't mean doing less of both. It can mean doing 100 of each, and that's a balance. You can do 10 of each, and that's a balance. The imbalance comes when you do 1 and 10, Like people think like work life balance and all these things is not working 10 hours a day. It means working 2 hours a day. I don't think that's what it means. I think if you work 14 hours a day, but you come home, and then for the 3 hours that you're with your family, you're just like having the best time of your life, best food, movie, kids, wife, everybody's happy. And like you're, or like every night after like a 12-hour work day, you go out with the boys for beers and dinner, and every night you do that 365 days. That's work life balance. Like if you have your health and all these things in order, right? It can be like, the like the weighing scale, the two sides. It doesn't have to be 10 gold bullions here, like 10 bricks here, 10 bricks here. It can be like a gold bar here and like 3 million feathers here. If the weight adds up to be equal, it's balanced. So that's how I think about it. Maybe it's stupid, I don't know, but I genuinely think it makes sense. Balance doesn't have to be the same thing in equal proportions. It can be different things that just gives you the net effect that's same. So manifestation and hard work and like this energy and the mindset, the internal thing and the external stuff, the efforts are all important, and you need to have it in right proportion. And right now I genuinely like I believe this is the last thing I need to unlock, like mentally, I to before my life takes off. And I'm here, I'm right at the cusp. This video is like cool because I'm gonna look at it in like a while, because this I genuinely believe like I'm here. This book, and once I start believing it and I start resonating in that frequency and that energy, because I have the belief, I am like delusional. I have been for like 5 fucking years. I'm like, I'm gonna build a big fucking company. Nothing is gonna stop me. I've come so far. It's been 5 years, and I have zero doubt that I'm either gonna die trying or I'm gonna win. There's nothing else. Like you can murder me, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna die trying. Like there's just no way I'm gonna give up. There's just no chance ever. Okay, like I don't care even if like I have to go off the path so that I can stay alive and then come back to the path. I'm getting it done. It does not matter what happens. So might as well just make it happen now, and might as well just make it happen quickly. And I think this is the thing, the last obstacle that I have to overcome before it happens. I hope so. Like watching Peter Kell like say like, hey, the Conversations with God was the last book before his life took off. I hope this book is it. Release Your Brakes by Jim Newman. I recommend it to you guys also. I'm still reading it, but one of the reasons why is because I'm supposed to be writing content, and I've been procrastinating it, even though it's like the perfect thing for me, and I haven't been doing it. Maybe it's because I'm afraid, like, if I'll put two out and it doesn't work, or I'm being lazy. I don't know. But it's an emotional thing. It's 100% an emotional thing. And losing everything was such a big gift for me, because I realized, like, after I went through such a toxic like episode of like abusive relationships and all these things, all these insecure people with their jealousy and like betrayals and all this stuff infected me with that energy. I completely lost my self-esteem. I completely lost my confidence, and just lost all my things. And it wasn't just the financial losses. It's like these things are what matter. It takes away your peace, it takes away your happiness, it takes away your ability to just even do things. I couldn't even build a website, like just a simple Wix website, which was something like I can do in my sleep. I couldn't set up a Facebook ad, which is something I can do in my sleep. And I was so afraid of doing these things. I had to literally build like from step by step. I started doing social media posts, like the small squares posts. I started making those because those are so easy, and even if I fuck it up, it's a easy money to refund for the client. There was no stress. So I had to literally take baby steps and one by one build my confidence back up and lose weight. I was so unhealthy, and just brick by brick, and I realized that God was giving me the greatest gift of all time, like losing everything, being stripped off everything. It's not just the finances, friends, family, health, like it's your confidence, your self-esteem. The only thing, like my mind is broken, my body is broken, my spirit is damn near broken, but not fully. And that little fire that's remaining, God was like, the fuck? God was like, I'm showing you who you are deep within, and I'm allowing you to rebuild everything from scratch, set a rock solid foundation. And it's this, now I understand like why all this happened, because I was creating all this. Like it's my thoughts and actions, like all the guilt that I feel for nothing. Like this is something I saw another guy talk about. He's like, all the bad people win in life because they believe they're powerful, they can do anything, and all the good people are like, oh, I'm not worthy, my life sucks, I don't deserve it. And that's some bullshit, right? All the good people should be winning and the bad people should be losing, essentially. But the universe doesn't care. I mean, at least in this regard, it reflects to you what you put out. So it's a boomerang, the boomerang effect, So I I realized through the past year, I'm like, the internal stuff, how I feel, has 90% to do with than what I am able to do. And that's why, like, you see, like, guys who are good with girls that are very stupid. Like, they don't fear rejection. They're too stupid to think that they are not worthy of being with the girl, so they just go and approach. Whereas high IQ types, all the nerdy guys, genius types, they're what will they think, because they are so smart, they can think of so many possibilities that they're just paralyzed by fear. And IQ has this issue, like the smarter you are, the more intelligent you are, the more your brain can think of stuff, the more you hold yourself back. And but if you release those emotional handbrakes, that IQ becomes now your best friend, that mind becomes your best friend. It's the same thing with anything. All the skills you have, all the things you have, Alex Hormozy talks about this. It's like character traits, beliefs, and skills. So for me, it's like I have skills, I have character traits, I'm disciplined, I'm hardworking, I have patience, I have all these things. I'm not saying anything is maxed out. Of course, I have more skills to learn. I have to make my skills better. Same thing with character traits. I can be more patient. I can be more disciplined, of course. But the beliefs, that is something. It's like I believe I'm worthy. I believe I'm worthy. It's like I believe I'm worthy enough to be a millionaire. But when? When? Like, are you worthy enough to be a millionaire today? Because what happens is you're always thinking I'm worthy enough to be a millionaire at some point in the future. Yeah, I'll become a millionaire at some point. But when that some point comes, it should be today. That's when your life starts taking off. That's how it works, right? So this is a lesson for me. As I'm saying this also, I'm realizing all the mistakes I'm making. Even when filming some videos before, I've been like, I'm broke, even if like it's untrue, which is not, like I'm okay, I'm fine, like what is broke is a condition of the mind. So I'm saying these things, my words have power. This is a self accountability video, guys. This is just, I'm putting it there. You guys can see that, hey, this dude who's now a millionaire in the future went through the exact same struggles, and you can see me putting these videos. I'm telling you guys the struggles I'm having today, what I'm doing to fix it, and I'll update you whether it worked or not, right? Like, I'm taking you literally step by step, hand holding you to the future with me. So I genuinely believe there's nothing better I can do for you guys than this. Like, I wish this kind of stuff existed for people more. There are only few people. Like, most of the big entrepreneurs that I follow have the content that they have after they become millionaires, after they become successful, or at least they're solid to some degree. I'm telling you, Daylusion is zero right now. There was no sales. That one sale that came also wasn't fulfilled because the customer had some issues, couldn't collect it. There's zero sales right now. There's, what do you say, I'm making all this content. There is zero revenue, zero profit from Daylusion, nothing. My agency is shut. I'm just doing odd gigs at random times to fund myself. Of course, if I ask my dad or someone, they'll help me, but I'm not doing that. I don't have any investors, I don't have any backing, I don't have anything. I Every time I need money, I do some gig, I cover my living costs, and I live. And like, I just save a little bit of money for the next time, like for the next month and 2 months. And I'm spending more time figuring out how to best build Delusion and build content and read books and learn, rather than going to a job and spending 8-10 hours in the job. Because there's that saying by like Rockefeller is like, he who works a job or like spends all the time making money has no time to figure out how to get rich. And it's one of the richest men in the world, good or bad, richest men in the world. And that's so true. I don't like, past 2-3 years I've just realized like there's been so much time I spent just learning how to do stuff and like trying it, that if I was working a job, this would have never happened. So uh, yeah, my journey is not perfect. I've made tons of mistakes. A lot of people will see my journey and say like, hey, this guy's stupid as fuck, he should have just made the money doing some boring thing, his life would have exploded quickly. That's true, probably, but if I had done that, I wouldn't have become an artist, I wouldn't have had all the experiences and memories. So each journey is unique, and just trust it and get out of your own way. Like, uh, I guess the only thing stopping me at this point is me, so I'm gonna get out of my own way. And I've always been delusional. It's time to put it to the test. Am I delusional enough to believe that my life is enough to take off right now? Am I worthy of taking off right now? So that's it, guys. Take care.